Johnny Somali. I mean, this name has now become absolutely infamous within the internet. Absolutely infamous. This man has been doing nothing but running amok in several different countries over the last, I think it's definitely been over a year now. To put a little timeline on it, the first time that I ever made a video on this guy, like I said, I can't remember if it was earlier this year or sometime last year, but when he really started to make a name for himself is when he was over in Japan, absolutely being disrespectful towards the Japanese civilians over there, just screaming out Nagasaki, Hiroshima, and disrespectful things towards their culture, to the point where he actually ended up getting, assaulted a couple times by people within Japan, and then at some point for trespassing as well, he ended up getting arrested within the country of Japan, and then thank God, he was, exiled out of the country altogether. He was actually facing jail time at one point as well, which I don't think he ended up doing, but he ended up just getting kicked out of the country. Then he went into Israel and was being disrespectful towards a police officer over there. And now, over the past few weeks, he has been in South Korea, and I haven't made a video about this guy. I've just kind of been ignoring it, been paying attention to a little bit on the internet, but this has really started to ramp up now, and it's kind of come to like a somewhat of a conclusion, at least of today, for this point in time, because it has gotten so bad with this guy in South Korea that like he has been arrested at this point in time. So Johnny Somali right now has been recently arrested within the country of South Korea and the reason why, it's not for like being disrespectful or anything like that. It's actually for drug use. That's right. So he got arrested for drug use, and in a lot of Asian countries, they take a lot of their laws. Like I know in Japan as well, they take like stuff like drug use extremely seriously, and you can face apparently he's facing up to 10 years in jail for this. But it's not the drug use for the reason why he started making waves around in South Korea. It's more he's once again being disrespectful towards the South Koreans public, and towards like some of their traditions, and towards things that they respect within their culture as well. And one of the things that Johnny Somali did, and this was actually shown in like some kind of court hearing or some kind of court case, I don't know if this has got to do with him being arrested, but it was him actually disrespecting a statue of peace in South Korea. Like, that's how low this man is stooping, that he's going ahead and making out with statues, twerking on them, being disrespectful completely, like, towards people's cultures, to the point where, like, people have gone out of their way in South Korea to, like, assault this guy. Like, they've literally gone out of their way to punch this guy in the face. And usually when it comes to people, like, assaulting others, a lot of the times I'm against that kind of stuff. But when it comes to this absolute wanker of a man, you know what? Good. He deserved it. 110%. Every single time that he's got punched in the face by someone, he has deserved every single little bit of pain that he has felt from someone else. But now, it just came out that there is a video of him actually standing in front of one of the statues that he disrespected, specifically this statue of peace within South Korea. And he has actually come out and made an apology for the actions that he has displayed on this statue.
So to all the people of South Korea, I just want to apologize for what I've done, and I really did not mean to hurt your guys' pride this much. You guys are a good people, you guys are a great people. And for the most part, other than Mr. Navy SEAL here, I've had a great experience with a lot of the South Korean people, and it was not my intention to really hurt you guys, and I hope you guys can accept my apology. And I'm a young person, I want to grow as a man. I made a mistake, and I think when you make a mistake in life, you need to own up to it. So I apologize, you guys, and I will no longer talk about your statue or touch it ever again. I hope that I can live in peace here in South Korea, and we could get past the situation and use it as a learning situation, because a lot of people learned about this statue from this situation, bad or good. A lot of people from all over the world found out what this was from my action. So hopefully we can move past this and have a better future.
Can you
Okay. 얘들아, 여근이 제가
너무 무리였어.
그래서 나는 정말 죄송합니다.
The apology mean that shit.
No, I mean, I'm sincere. I mean it.
Yeah, man,
because, like I'm saying, as a man, it doesn't take nothing to realize I'm wrong. But for a whole country's pride to be hurt, it's not a big thing for me to say I'm sorry. You know what I mean? But it will mean a lot to hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of Koreans not just in Korea, but around the world. So I made a mistake, and I just want to own up to it. I apologize.
All right, thank you.
Now, you can say whatever you want about this. There is no possible way that this is a sincere apology. Are we really going to believe the words that this man has said in this video? Hell no. How? What possible way could anyone actually believe him apologizing to the South Korean people? No one's gonna believe this man. Because the only reason why, at least I feel, it's not confirmed or anything like that, but I think that because he's been arrested, because he's like facing charges, because he's facing jail time, I feel like they're trying to get him off. And maybe him apologizing and making these public apologies is a way to like either lighten his sentence or to kind of show the courtrooms that he's sorry for the way that he's been disrespecting the South Korean culture altogether, to try and, like I said, lighten his sentence or to try and, you know, sway the judge or sway the jury on his sentence or whatever jail time or like charges he may be facing. To me, that's the only reason why he's actually doing this apology, because he is a disrespectful piece of shit. And I do not, like, if I was a Korean person, if I lived in the country of Korea, or if I was even a relative, or like, you know, my background, my culture is Korean, and I have relatives over there, whatever it may be, if I was Korean in any way possible, I would not take this man's apology. I will tell him to shove it in his fucking face. Like, without a doubt, I cannot stand this motherfucker. Like, there is not many times, like, I've made so many videos on my channel of me talking about dickheads on the internet. I've made so many videos. I've made videos about calling out like Logan Paul and like Mr. Beast. I've made videos about so many other people. And it's like, I don't really hate them. Like, if I make videos about someone, call them out, call them an idiot, or say that what they're doing is wrong, I never hate anyone because I don't know them. And honestly, I don't really, like, internally, I don't care too much. Even though what, like, I think someone is doing may be unethical or wrong or whatever it may be, I usually don't really hate them. But Johnny Somali, he would actually have to be the only guy that I've ever made videos about or, like, seen on the internet who I don't know, who I'm like, I actually genuinely hate this motherfucker. I can't stand this piece of shit whatsoever. He is one of the most disrespectful people I have ever witnessed on the internet. And there's been a lot of people on the internet who have done a lot of disrespectful things, but they've like gone ahead, moved on, grown up, and all that kind of stuff. But this guy just keeps on going. Like, it was the same thing in Japan. Like, he's like, you know, you'd think that after the whole Japan saga, he was like, he probably wouldn't do it again. Then he went into Israel, you know, almost got knocked out by a cop. You think that he wouldn't do it again. Now he's come to South Korea and done this? Like, what the fuck? Like, you really think that this apology is sincere? No, give it a few more months. Once this guy gets, if he manages to get out of South Korea, I could bet you money that he's going to go to another country, and it's going to be a first world country, because there's no way, like, he's gone to Japan and South Korea, there is no way that he would go to China and do these things. Because if he went to China, he would get fucked. He would honestly not come out alive, because the Chinese government, compared to like South Korea and Japan, is a lot more harsher than them. Like, the Chinese government will fuck you. Not even then, the people will fuck you up. And you know what? The Chinese government will probably turn an eye to it and not even give a shit. They would just be like, oh, he got killed. Oh, we don't care. We don't care. He's only doing these in like first world countries. And I can bet you right now that he's probably going to go to another country and do the exact same thing in a few months' time. 100%. Like, he doesn't stream on Kick anymore. I didn't know this, but he's actually been permanently banned on Kick. He got permanently banned like earlier this year in April. I think when it came to the whole Israel thing, I think that's when he got banned on Kick. But he's been streaming on Rumble. How has Rumble not banned him? Like, I know Rumble is just like, they allow anyone on there. Like, Sneeko has been banned on like Twitch and YouTube, and I think even Kick, but he still streams on Rumble. But like, man, if Rumble's gonna ban anyone, you gotta ban Johnny Somali. You have to. This man needs to be banned on every single platform. Twitter, fucking Instagram, Rumble, any type of thing that he has, he needs to be off the internet. This is one of the only times I usually will always say that no matter what kind of opinion someone has, I definitely think there should be free speech on the internet. And even if someone has an opinion that's against yours, they should be able to say it. But this guy needs to be banned, because this is not just having a bad opinion. This is being absolutely disrespectful, and there's no like need for this type of disrespect on the internet ever. But yeah, I would definitely like to hear what you guys have to think about this video down below. Like, do you take his apology seriously? Because I don't. Not one part of me takes this apology seriously. It's honestly not, because I could see him in a few months' time doing the exact same thing in another country. But that's going to be it from me, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Peace out.